Did the first written laws apply? For an eye literally. Imagine a time when laws were just starting to be written down, and justice was still being figured out. Did those early laws really mean you could lose an eye if you took someone else's? The earliest known written laws, like the Code of Ur-Nammu from around 2100 to 2050 BCE, did not follow the idea of eye for an in a literal way. Instead of physical revenge, they often used fines or payments for injuries. For example, if someone was hurt, the law might say they had to pay a certain amount of silver or goods. Severe crimes like murder or rape could still lead to death, but most punishments focused on making the victim whole again through compensation. The phrase eye for an eye is most often linked to the Code of Hammurabi from around 1790 to 1750 BCE. This law code is famous for the idea of lex talionis, which means the law of retaliation. It suggests that punishments should match the crime in kind and degree. But even in Hammurabi's laws, it was not always a simple, literal swap of eyes or limbs. The punishments depended on who was involved. If a free man hurt another free man, the punishment might be different than if a slave was involved. This shows that the laws were more complicated than just literal revenge. Other ancient law codes from Mesopotamia, like those from Ur-Nammu, Lipit Ishtar, and Eshnunna, also used if-then rules. They often prescribed fines or other penalties instead of physical retaliation. These laws aimed to keep society organized and fair, balancing justice with social order and economic needs. So, in the beginning, laws did not strictly apply for an eye as a literal rule. Instead, they used a mix of fines, payments, and punishments that aimed to restore balance and order. This shift from personal revenge to organized justice was a major step in human history. It laid the groundwork for later legal systems that influenced governance and economic rules across many civilizations. In short, the first written laws moved away from literal physical retaliation and toward structured, fairer ways to handle wrongs. They focused on making victims whole and maintaining social stability, rather than exacting revenge in kind.